Let's begin from the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital. And I've been speaking about Korle-Bu, and I won't stop because I know that tomorrow there's going to be a board meeting. The gentleman who went on air to speak about the situation in Korle-Bu did no wrong. He actually spoke truth to power, and I know that tomorrow the board chairman has summoned a meeting with the union executive. Well, if Korle-Bu doesn't know, the union people are saying that the gentleman went to speak the mind of the unions, and so he is not the one to respond to the query, that the so-called query that had been put and sent to him, to respond within a certain number of hours, and that he spoke on their behalf. This is Korle-Bu, the lift is sport. Somebody who is sick and at his very lowest. His family people have to be now gym instructors, have to be carrying things, weightlifters, and then they have to find money. This is Korle-Bu. It's happening in Korle-Bu. The situation about people recommending for private labs to do work and all of that is real in Korle-Bu. It is real because the turnaround time for the Korle-Bu Central Lab in itself is problematic, and sometimes the Korle-Bu Central Lab can go a very, very long time without the reagents and things that they need. And some of the reagents have a lifespan of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then when they are procuring, they procure it in a full year, for a full year supply. Something that can last for 2-3 weeks and have only that lifespan of 2-3 weeks. We decide that we're going to buy for a whole year supply. Who is behind this? If it's your private business, would you be unwise enough to do that decision? But it happens in Korle-Bu. So you go to the Korle-Bu Central Lab, there are experts there, and the experts there who had actually trained some of the people who work in those private facilities where the doctors feel comfortable asking people together because of the turnaround time and also because of their own percentages. Right? The Korle-Bu Central Lab is literally being run down so that the private entities may get to survive. And if you are a boss there, sometimes you feel that, okay, Charlie, let's get things done the way it has to be done. You saw somebody being carried at his lowest in Korle-Bu. At his lowest. Let me say thank you to Sonar Fashions in Tamale, 0246 590162. 0246 590162. Now, again, Korle-Bu now is telling us that they are getting 30 more renal dialysis machines. That's good news. Good news. No debate. Good news. But that good news is because we started speaking about Korle-Bu. And I did an extensive work about Korle-Bu. When I spoke about the fact that they were charging illegal fees for renal dialysis, they said, no, we have not charged anybody. I brought one receipt. They say, oh, it's only one. I brought 5. They say, oh, it's only 5. I brought 8. That's when the CEO shut up and went away. He stopped doing the media war with me because I had over 30 receipts I was going to show. And I was willing not to back down. And me, before I start speaking about an issue, I make sure I gather all the evidence. So if you go around trying to cover it, you will never be able to cover anything because I would have gathered everything. That's how I practice my journalism. So when I stand here, I say good morning to you. Kemo Dwe. When I say, if you know you're doing something wrong, and I say good morning, you cannot do it because you can't use any system to put me down. No, it won't happen. It will never happen. Take me to Tamale Teaching Hospital. Their LIMS system is down, and they are asking for clients to either go to periphery facilities or they ask them to go home. This is a press release dated the 13th of August, 2024. For immediate release, technical challenges with light wave health information management systems. It's called the LIMS. It was the same LIMS at Korle-Bu that I said is only the boss who can alter the figures in there. So who altered the figures? The 380. That's why your boss at Korle-Bu, he couldn't come out to speak about the renal dialysis thing again. And we are managing the thing as if we don't have heads. Meanwhile, Korle-Bu is not a boutique. It's not a kinky factory. It's not a market. It is a life-saving facility. And people who find issue with me talking about Korle-Bu and say that I'm picking on Korle-Bu, they are the same people who are happy to tell us about free SHS. And I support free SHS. Free SHS is a good initiative. But the people who feel comfortable to talk about free SHS, come to me briefly before I go to Tamale. They feel comfortable to talk to me about free SHS. And then they say, oh, because of free SHS, those people who used to depend on me for school fees no longer now come to me for school fees, so I'm free. They are the same set of people who go to Korle-Bu that their NHIS card, and they are served as if there's no facility there. But because you are able to pick your passport and travel outside, and you blind them, they are able to support you and not talk about themselves. You see your face? Let's go to Tamale.
Johnny's Vibe.
The management of a Tamale Teaching Hospital, TTH, wishes to inform the public, especially our cherished clients, that the hospital is currently facing technical difficulties with its IT system LIMS, right? As a consequence, service delivery has slowed down, given that our paperless operations is heavily dependent on the LIMS. To mitigate the impact, we have implemented manual systems at the various service delivery points. The manual system unavoidably has led to long queues and longer turnaround time for our clients. Our dedicated team is working tirelessly to resolve the issue and restore the system to full functionality as soon as possible. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. We will keep you updated on the progress and look forward to returning to our normal service delivery. We appreciate your understanding and support during this time. For further information, is there Dr. Adam Atiko, and he's literally helpless, so they had to put out this. And sometimes you cannot hide the truth. You have to speak the truth and stay with the truth. Now, speaking of hiding the truth and stay with the truth, take me to the Ghana Immigration Service. Take me to the Ghana Immigration Service. There's a story that the Graphic Online had posted. There are 882 immigration officers promoted. It's August 12, 2024. The Ghana Immigration Service has announced massive promotions for about 444 senior officers to their next rank. Let's see the report. He said that this, as well as other promotions in recent times, all eligible officers have been promoted except those with disciplinary issues. Listen, this is where I'm getting to. They have been promoted except disciplinary issues. He stated that since he assumed office as the Comptroller General of Immigration, management has ensured that no officer has stayed on his rank for more than 4 years. Blatant lie. From 2017 to date, no officer has stayed on his rank, his or her rank, for more than 4 years, and quite recently, 70 eligible senior inspectors and inspectors were promoted to the rank of assistant superintendents. It is also astounding to note that since 2017, all backlog of promotions had been cleared, and gratifying to note that promotions in the Ghana Immigration Service are based on eligibility. The statement said, another blatant lie. Keep it there. The man in your screen, on your shorts now, his 2 years contract extension has expired. I am not aware of any contract extension, but it's still at post. I said the man on your screen, Kwame Esiatichi, Comptroller General of Immigration. His 2-year contract extension, contrary to what the government told us that they would never do in 2022, August 5, signed by Abino Seasari, Deputy Finance Minister, reiterated by Ken Ofori-Atta on the floor of Parliament under oath. His contract extension has expired under the direction of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who appoints and disappoints, but he's still at post. And he's saying this. Now, there's ACI Smart Osei Bonsu of the Ghana Immigration Service. There's Edward Kofi Owusu, ACI. Kwesi Opoku Appel, ACI. Kojo Opon Yeboah, ACI. Samuel Basintale, ACI. They have all been on their rank as ACIs pending promotion to DCOI for 8 years. So this, in the Daily Graphic, this statement that the Immigration Service put out is a blatant lie. I am challenging them. They should come and tell me I'm wrong. Now, Basintale, ACI Basintale, he went to court and took the Immigration Service to court and won his case. So his promotion, which happened recently, is because of a court order. If not, he would not have been promoted. All his other 5 colleagues have stayed on the ACI rank for 8 years. Let the Immigration Service come and tell me that I'm telling lies. There's also Peter Nkrumah. He did not go to court, but was made to be on his rank for 8 years. So the other 6 that I mentioned, right? Bonsu, Owusu, Appel, Yeboah, Basintale, they went to court. Nkrumah did not go to court. Peter Nkrumah, he did not go to court, but he was made to stay on his rank for 8 years. Mark Asamoah Boakye and Patrick Bressy, the only lawyers in their intake, that is cadet intake 2. Listen carefully. Mark Asamoah Boakye and Patrick Bressy, the only lawyers in their intake, that is cadet intake 2, were strangely denied promotion by their colleagues. But their colleagues have been promoted. The 2 are 6 years on the rank of ACI. That brings the figure to 8. Count. I say the immigration service, they told a blatant lie. Amakata, good morning to you. Abraham Quay has stayed on his rank of ACI for 6 years. Now, read the immigration service's own LI, 2245. It provides for 9 vacancies for commissioners of immigration at all times. But somebody somewhere maybe hates to see anybody occupy the position of commissioner of immigration. Meanwhile, 2 very senior officers, DCOI Erica Fari, retired, and DCOI Prosper Esima have been on their ranks, the ranks from which you go to COI. From DCOI, you go to COI. So ACI, DCOI, COI, Commissioner of Immigration, they stayed on that rank for 7 years under the current regime. DCOI Afari, he retired only 2 months ago. But DCOI Prosper Sima is currently on his terminal leave, pending retirement in October 2024. The man who is asking them to go home or promoting people, his contract has expired. I don't know about any extension. Now, the above brings a figure to 11. 11 people. So when the immigration service comes to tell you that, since 2017, nobody has stayed on the rank for more than 4 years, tell them I said it is a lie. Me, Johnnie Hughes, here on Johnny's Bite today. Today's day, what is it? What's today's day? 14th of August. Tell them I said it is a blatant lie. And they should come with further and better particulars. You can't look people in the eye and tell them lies. You can't. Now take me to the northern region. Take me to Aligibam. Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Aligibam. Play any of the audios that you find.
Johnny's Bite.
Exactly what you said, that there's a bit of utter ignorance, whatever that maybe they claim that they don't know. I, where I sit, I'm responsible to the board. I'm responsible to management. The 27th of March last year was the last board meeting we had. That the resolution was taken. And the extension letter was written to the minister. So it's in the process of the contract. And let me make one correction. In the status books of our laws, it is stated there clearly. And I'll give an example of our sister company, the CEO, who went to 221. My level is 5 years if the board wants to grant me. It's the board. It's not even the minister. It is the board. So I want to give this information so that we clear ourselves. And in the board, that's the final. And I want to end by saying that the prerogative of my extension is in the hands of the board. If the board gives me a letter today that back out, I don't think I'm stupid to listen. The board has not reduced.
You heard him. He said even the minister, Brian Echampon, who is going around beating war drums, considering buying hotels of the state and talking tough.
Johnny's Bite.
He said even him, his minister that the board answers to, he cannot do FOCO. Bonaventure Benedict Aligibam, PhD. He says so. There's a chart, there's a table of people who have led ICOR.
Johnny's Bite.
Ajiman Najekum, 1975 to 1978. He came to leave ICOR. He went away. K. Yafi, 1978 to 1980. He came to lead ICOR. He went away. Put that thing up. H. Togbo, 1980, 1983. He came to lead ICOR. He went away. M. Quinby, 1981 to 1982. He came to lead ICOR. He went away. A. Kalim, 1982 to 1983. He came to lead ICOR. He went away. O. Konedu, MD, 1983 to 1984. He came to lead. He went away. M. Quinby, 1985 to 1989. When his retirement was due, he also went. Y. Yeboah, 1989 to 1993. When his time was due, he left. Alhaji I.A. Bukari, 1993 to 2015. When his time was due, he left. S.K. Bajina, who Aligibam wrote to and informed him of his retirement, he served from 2015 to 2019, went away. It is only our friend and Vice Chancellor of the Stubborn Academy of the Republic of Ghana and Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Aligibam, who has served from 2015 to 2019. His term has expired. They gave him 3 years extension. They asked him to pack his bag and go home. He's still there chopping money at IGF. How else is he surviving? That's what the union people are saying. That's what the farmers say. I have the documents. I read them here. Put a letter that Brian Echampo... No, play Brian Echampo's video for me. He's not focused on his work. He's beating war drums. Let's listen to our Minister for Agric, whose subordinate has called his bluff so many times. Aligibam should have gone on the 7th of March, April, May, June, July, August. 5 months on, he's still at post. His minister is not focused on his job for which he will get paid every month, for which he will get ex gratia for.
Johnny's
NDC for Peo, Amu Peo, 2024 Abano, and Yado me winning da. Amu winning. Moko check your record. Amu winning. Na MPP Amano Kuono. MPP Amano Kono. Yes, he was a winning election. MPP. Yes, he was a winning election. It's the Nimno. Quite be asked why you fire winning 2024 Amano. The Befaso. They're a political party. As of for Imam for Omobukunsa. That the other side of winning election.
So that's our Minister for Agric, Brian Echampo. He is supposed to be focusing on this work. Put the documents for him. The documents that he authored. Right? The document that he authored. Put the document for me. Let's hear the document. Let's see it. Let's see and read it together. He wrote a letter. Because when Dr. Aligibam appeared before the Public Accounts Committee and said that it is the board that will give him an extension, he was actually throwing a calling of the minister's bluff. Yes. Go back, go to the top. Let's see the date and the time that this was written. The date and the time. I make reference to MOFA letter with reference number BH3, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Brian Echampo's ministry. 20th of March, 2024, Office of the Upper East Regional Coordinating Council. Recommendation and extension of retirement, Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Aligibam. Brian Echampo, come this way. Brian Echampo, go that way. Brian Echampo, go this way. Come forward. Stay there, Brian Echampo. Stay there. Listen. I make reference to the MOFA letter with reference number BH341/341/01 of the 2nd February 2024 on the above subject matter. Copy attached for ease of reference, and write to inform you that your request for a 2-year post-retirement contract could not be granted. You are also being informed that the 3 months post-retirement contract, which took effect from 7 December 2023, expired on the 7th March 2024. You are hereby directed to hand over your duties and responsibilities as the Managing Director of the Irrigation Company of Upper Regions, ICO, to the next Senior Management Officer, while steps are being taken for a replacement. Thank you. Honorable Stephen Yakubu, board member. He is since left. Show me a picture. There's a picture of the regional manager with them. Brian Echampo wrote a similar letter. There's a group photo. Then a nice group photo. Regional minister met with TUC, regional executives. He met with GAU. Yes. Yeah, but he has come. This man swapped. They swapped them. You remember? They swapped them. Now he had come in. He promised the group of people. Show the picture. Put the picture out there. The group of people that he's standing with. TUC and GAU. He promised them that, this matter, I will solve it. He took nice photo with them. The first meeting they had, he took a picture with Aligibam. He's standing by his right. He took a photo. He was standing by his side. So, Mr. Minister, good morning to you. There is somebody in your office who is preventing people from doing their legitimate work. There's somebody in your office who is preventing people from doing their legitimate work. And we will get to it in a bit, because there's an audio I'd like you to hear of the retiree, preventing an engineer from entering the office. A retiree, preventing an engineer from entering his office. Find me Brian Echampo's letter. It's a part of the stream of letters. We'll read what the honorable minister for, Agric wrote. There's a regional minister. This is the second regional minister he has defied. Right? And he says that it is the board. Who appoints the board? Who supervises the board? Who does the board answer to? But it can only happen. And the presidency has pretended that they haven't heard all that I have said. When we tell you that the country is on autopilot, you say no. The country is on autopilot. If one single appointee of an agency under a ministry has refused to go home, even though he has crossed the age of retirement, crossed the 3-month contract extension, is still at post. And his minister is not focused on his core mandate. He's going around beating war drums. The first time he said it, and he was called to order, he did, and he tells people that he's a soldier. They say he was a cook. If you go to Burma camp, they tell you he has not gotten close to any action. He was a cook in the cook house. In the cook house. He is the one beating war drums. And the Peace Council, who wants $1 million to do activation, they say they are watching. They have not said anything.
Johnny's fight.
The Christian Council, who come and tell us to pray, they are watching. They have not said anything. Be aglow. They will be at the Independence Square today, praying and asking us to torment the tormentor, or forgot to torment the tormentor. They are watching. They haven't said anything. I say it is the level of hypocrisy in this country. Like the man who believes that free SHS is good because he doesn't have to pay school fees anymore and people are beneficiaries, but yet condemns what I say about Korle-Bu when the lift is not functional and doctors are choosing private labs over the public lab, and then people procure stuff, and then when the CEO is not there, checks cannot be signed and all of that. That is the level of hypocrisy. Because when your person who depends on you takes the NHIS card to Korle-Bu and cannot get the services that they need, you have failed them. What is the difference between somebody holding an NHIS card to get something from an NHI, National Health Insurance Scheme, that he cannot get, and somebody who has qualified for secondary school and cannot get in there? If there's no free SHS. You see the hypocrisy? That is what is killing us in this country. Find me Brian Echampo's letter. There's one last audio that we'll play for you before we go.
Johnny's
This is from the Ministry of Agriculture. Brian Echampo, who says whether you like it, you don't like it, you can go and bend the sea. For your information, we come from Accra. We don't come from wherever. We come from Accra. The sea cannot be bent. 2nd of February 2024. Recommendation and extension of retirement, 7 December 2023. Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Alegebam. We acknowledge your letter dated the 30th of June 2023 on the above subject matter. 2. Unfortunately, we are unable to grant the board's request for a 2-year post-retirement extension for the MD's contract. Listen though, the board is mentioned here, the same board that Alegebam is hanging on to. The minister says the board has recommended, they have requested, but we can't grant you that. 3. On the strength of the above and to ensure seamless transition, a 3-month post-retirement contract is being granted Dr. Bonaventure Alegebam with effect from the 7th of December 2023, while steps are taken to look for a suitable replacement. You are respectfully being requested to convey the decision to Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Alegebam accordingly. Please accept assurances of my highest regard. The board is actually also a very big disappointment because the minister directed you to tell the man that he should go. He says you have not told him, so he will not go anywhere. Is the board in concert with Alegebam to disrespect the minister who is now beating war drums? Says please accept the assurance of my highest consideration. Signed by Brian Echampo, PhD, MP, minister. You signed this letter in February. The man is there. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 7 months on. You can't focus on your common work in an agency to supervise it. You can't focus on common work in the agency to supervise it. What you can do is to beat war drums. Come to me. Is the audio ready?
Johnny's fight.
Yes. Now, come to me before you play the audio. That's the last thing we are playing. Front page of the Ghanaian Times. Food shortage looms. Front page of the Ghanaian Times. Food shortage looms as lack of rain affects crop production, leaving farmers distraught. Food shortage is looming. Look at the dry land. The rain is not coming. We gave a lot of money to Hawa Kumsing, Kaswa Commando, to dig dams for us. Where are the dams? Can we ask the Greek minister what he is doing about this food shortage that is looming instead of beating war drums? Can people just focus on the work that is given to them to do? Or they just want to be ministers and chop MP and chop minister and chop post and be talking big? We don't need you to be talking big. When you go to the market, we cannot go and mention your name there and get a cup of maize for free. No. Get to work. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. And I'm asking again, how I come saying, where are the dams? The dams that we spent money for, where are they? Play the audio for me.
Have you heard me or not?
You say?
You're not supposed to be sitting here. Have you heard that?
So why?
Because you're interdicted. I've asked them to tell you not to come and register anything here. You must respect elders. Right? Out of this place. On to further notice.
He said
You can't tell me to write to you. I'm giving instruction. Right? Out. I'm not talking about this to listen. On to further notice.
Say.
Please out.
With due respect.
I am not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm saying out.
But when I came, I didn't talk to you.
I understand.
I only
I'm talking to
came to
and I'm telling you
register.
that out. Even I'll call the police for you right now.
Oh, please, I don't have
Out.
problem.
You have a case in the police station.
I don't have problem.
Be bothered about that.
I don't have problem.
Right? I've told them several times. You don't want to listen. I've invited for a meeting. You came and left a note. I said if you want, we should write to you. I should write to you. I should write to you.
That was my
Out.
personal,
Please, you have no personal thing here. Right? You have no personal thing here. This is government. You have no personal thing here.
Yes, I know
Out.
very well that it is government.
Please, out.
And it is law that is bound.
A retiree with impunity tells an employee to get out when he is supposed to be going out first.